But yeah, hands off Farida, man. Hands off Farida, man.
Hands off
That's our
Farida,
angel.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands off Farida, man.
Yeah, man. Can you read that?
What does this mean?
Where was he born? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have to mask our nose for it.
It's true.
I'd never spend 3 million on a car. What the fuck? What a waste of money. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, this guy says the ambassador of Canada.
What?
It's the Columbus with
No, it's actually Cumulus.
stimulus.
Hey, don't take me back because now I didn't prepare for the lesson.
You didn't revise.
Yes, you must revise every day before I go to class. You want to expose me now?
The earth is round.
It's round, but hey, it's hard to teach something that you don't believe. Because I used to read that like, the earth is round. The first one, like, yo, in front of the learners, but the earth is round.
Congratulations to PNC. They finally got sued.
Oh shit! Yeah. They've been wanting trouble. They've been wanting the smoke.
Nah.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh yeah, Pop's been wanting, but he did say that he wants to get sued.
Yeah, and
He wants to get cancelled. Yeah.
Ziyabuya
For what
mos.
now?
So I don't know if you checked out the recent episode, the one that dropped yesterday, right? So what happened is 2 weeks ago they did a skit, and Farida was doing like a deaf sign language.
Oh, I remember. I saw
yes,
that. I saw that. The
Yes.
translation. A
Yes.
deaf translator.
Yes. So there's a lady who got offended. I don't want to mention her name because she wants their attention, so I'm not going to mention her name.
Yeah.
So she was fuming and was like, hey, she's standing up for her people. And then they just
She
started.
deaf.
No, she's not. She's 100%.
So what people is she standing up for?
The people that she stands for.
Oh.
Uthina kayithandile defla entondon.
Hey, she found offense to what Farida was doing in the skit.
Guys, normally anisebenzisi deaf language ndidla ngothetha kakuhle ne. Mina I'm standing up for my people abanithetha kakuhle. I'm standing up for my people. Why? Nithetha normal.
So she's not suffering from hearing impairment. She's not
nothing.
mute.
No. So she apparently, I don't know, she's the president of the deaf community. I don't know.
She's a silent partner to the deaf community.
Hey.
So she got offense and then was gunning for Farida. But remember, in that skit, there's so many other people, but she was gunning for Farida, bro. There was cyberbullying her, talking about, how she's had a failed comedy career, stuff like that. Her appearances, how cyberbullying is, They were just going for
cyber, come on. We the fucking victims. They come to us when they don't have anyone to bully. We know this.
Bro, and it's so sad, bro, because there were other people in the skit.
Yeah.
There were other people, but this lady attacked another lady.
Oh, yeah, right? What do we call that? When a woman sees a group of people and she deems that these people are maybe bullying or they are, infringing on somebody else's rights. Yeah. And then a woman, particularly, sidelines a woman to attack out of all these people because she deems her maybe a weaker target. What do we call that? There should be a word for that.
Msunari.
A fresh word from MacG. It's Msuneri.
And I feel sorry for Farida, man, because she's such a beautiful soul. Doesn't bother anyone. Doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but look, it's the name of the game, though. It's the name of the game.
Basuwa yena or everyone.
Yeah, Napel.
Only her.
Hayibo funeka ndihlangane naye. Ukhona umuntu utata very khona umntata ohlambayo ungabi namashwa like akufake nje emanzini. Ngathi le into ifuna into yesintu.
Bamgezela nya.
Ifuna into yesintu le. Hayi no, ungawari uzodibana naye.
But yeah, hands off Farida, man. Hands off Farida, man.
Hands off
That's our
Farida,
angel.
man.
Yeah,
hands off Farida, man.
Yeah, man. Can you read that?
What does this mean? Nah, man, nah. But hands off Farida, man. Why are you picking? I'm interested why she's picking on the woman. You know, when everybody was there, just go for everyone. So what's the case now? So what's their case? Doesn't sound like they have a case. What's their case? Offense.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
You know,
this
people use this to gain attention because now she can, rally behind this thing.
Oh, it's clout.
Yeah, it's cloud chasing. Yes, 100%.
I know.
Wait, man. Okay, so if it's clout, okay, hold on. So if it's legit, did the same woman? Let's find out if the same woman did something about Tamsang. Hey, man, what's that guy? Remember Tamsang?
The bosser of the bossers.
Yeah, the real nigga who mocked deaf and people in sign language at Nelson Mandela's memorial. You remember him? Tamsang Chanchi. What's the
He
name?
was on a hustle shame.
Tamsang. Remember that nigga? And he got there and he was just like signing gibberish right next
That's
to a
pretty
bar.
much what the skit was about.
Yeah,
Those vibes.
Yeah.
And to be honest, on the skit, what I saw is that Farida was just doing dance moves. Like, so it's not even like she was swearing or doing, it was just dance moves.
And now community dancer use umsuwa now.
Uyabona ke?
Why?
That's one about
Yes,
this. That's
I
one.
was umsuwa straight.
Yeah, so everybody, uyabona? Yeah.
It was HIV.
And I want to make sure I don't do any moves. Guys, I want to be safe.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
safe
want
from
to
this lady, ne?
Anyway, I'm here for you.
Why?
I've always wanted to see her. There's this voice. And when I picture any Fagapania's deceiver, she doesn't even look like that.
Oh, yeah. The three heads.
Because I understand when the chonga, maybe but anyway, Gama, my name.
Okay.
Nice to meet you today.
What do you think now, see?
Yeah, Nanja is a person like a fan into Teta.
Ne?
She's Gumdo right, yes. Gumdo right.
Angideserve ukuba
You
lapha.
how deserve it at all, but you should sue them.
They've messed up my image.
Sue them, please.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So Leolis is in the building. Ghost
What it
Ladies,
do?
yeah. Shots is here.
Yeah.
Simpiwa is here. And our friend of the show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make some noise for KHANYISA BUNU. Yes.
Yeah.
Before we start the show, I gotta make a special announcement.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
boys and girls,
Yeah.
you are now officially
looking
at the official ambassador of Pharaoh Auto Investments. Uvukile malamba.
Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense.
Okay, all right. Now we get it.
So if you're in the market for mid to high-end luxury vehicle, listen up. Pharaoh Auto Investments just opened a brand new dealership at 3 Winnie Mandela Drive in Bryson, Johannesburg. From sleek sedans, power SUVs, supercars, they've got a stunning lineup of premium cars waiting for you. Check them out online at pharaohgroup.com or give them a call on 011-444-9460. That's 011-444-9460. That's Pharaoh Auto Investments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the dealership over there is. It's where the old Kia used to be.
Yeah.
Old Kia Honda, that by Peter Place.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I can just walk in and pick whatever car I want.
Okay.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Whatever.
Can you pick for your friends?
Yeah, please.
Can you pick for your friends?
Please.
I'm a good driver. I've got a license. Oh, no wonder. Now it
Please.
makes sense. Yeah. You saw you were trending, right? What car was that?
SL.
SLMG.
So it might be a Merc this week. Next week it's a Porsche. Ferrari. And it's so crazy. I've been in the game for so long, but this is the first time I'm an ambassador for something. First time ever.
real?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I've never been ambassador because the look, my image is not
Bad boy.
not bad boy, but like how I dress
They
and stuff.
see you- oh.
You can't really sell that, you know.
yes,
I'm not like an Oscar Mbo who's just ready.
Yeah, Oscar Boy, you can slap him.
He's
on
like a
anything,
walking
bro.
billboard, you know what I
pretty
mean?
much.
Yes.
Brands are queuing up for him.
Yeah.
Because he's clean, he looks clean. You can smell him through a fucking Instagram post. And this thing smells good.
Have you ever been an ambassador for anything?
No. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just an ambassador for myself at the moment.
Which is beautiful.
For myself.
Yeah.
But in Funukwazi, as motors, teens, ziyathengiswa because if you motor.
Hey, is that Tengiz?
If I blacklisted back that.
This is not the dealership to go.
This is the wrong end of the spectrum of
Because I've been looking
wealth.
for abantu abanice abangenangxaki ngoziphatha kwami financially like.
Yeah.
Bathini ukubabuza ukuthi ukhona low blacklisted kakhulu but ufuna utshintsha ikona abantu 10 ekhona like ngifuna ba right from now
And umngani wami.
umngani wa yabona kwithethe yonke. Cheers to that one.
Bro,
Cheers.
for me with you, bro.
Yeah.
Salt beer has never hit you up.
Who?
Salt beer.
No, they haven't.
That is insane.
Insane, yeah.
Bro, that's a
They
low-hanging
haven't.
fruit, bro.
Literally, it's right there. Everybody, this other guy called me. No, some other guy on WhatsApp calls me and then I didn't answer his video call. Guess what? They wanted to show me he's drinking salt beer. And a lot of people do that. They'll tag me on salt. I don't even want to retweet anymore because I've did for a while, but they've just been silent. Well, we tried talking to somebody, but I forgot what had happened.
Una beer salt.
Some gatekeeping. No, I don't have a beer.
Oh.
But there's a beer named Salt.
And it's right there,
It's
bro.
right there.
It's right
I
there.
enjoy my alcohol, I
Yeah,
drink, and it's right there. Yeah, nothing.
That one doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all. And people stay tagging them. Even on that whole Salt Pinduga thing, remember when they put salts upside down? That doesn't make sense at all.
Have you ever been an ambassador for anything?
No, not that I can remember. No, I haven't.
Maybe you should consider le beer. This salt beer.
They should consider it as well. I mean, I'm all.
Yeah, you don't choose.
The door's always
you
open.
don't
Yeah,
choose.
you don't just picky. Hey man, let's be ambassadors for DSTV. Let's be ambassadors for DSTV. You know, we don't just choose. You know?
Anyway, all right, let's get the show rolling, man.
Yeah.
We've been talking about for weeks. We're talking about this for weeks.
Yeah.
And there's still a developing story. Starlink and Tesla. So the pushback is continuing after the Department of Communications announced while Ramaphosa was still in the US that it was making an exception to do away with the BEE laws so that Starlink can launch. Apparently, according to rumors, companies within the ICT sector are preparing to go to court to fight against what is seen as a brazen flouting of the law to allow Elon Musk to find his way in the country even after peddling lies of genocide. Apparently, Elon Musk has also demanded Cyril Ramaphosa that he be allowed to export Tesla to South Africa.
Whoa.
Which is not a bad idea. I mean, the Teslas are nice, bro. Fuck.
Expensive. Very
Yeah.
expensive.
But he demanded.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
like he's demanding, bro.
so here are the demands. Here are some of the demands that Elon told our president, right?
Wow.
Number one, he wants 100% tax exemption for 10 years. He wants Starlink to be excluded from ICASA regulations, procedures, and license conditions. He wants Starlink data centers to remain in the USA. Starlink to have the right to intercept and reroute any national communication during network emergencies.
He's pissing. He's pissing on our sovereignty. He's pissing on our laws, regulation, and ultimately pissing on the people as well. Because, I mean, what do you mean, bro? You don't want to pay tax for 10 years. Okay, then what do we get in return? What is he doing for the country in return?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, he's going to make money. Yes, there will be some jobs, but what else? You know, because it's like, hey, man, nah, man, this guy, bro. And this will be the true test of who runs
Bro, you'd
the
say
show.
he wasn't born here, eh?
He hates South Africa. He doesn't identify as a South African.
Where was he born? Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now we have to mask our laws for LGBT. Yes.
What do you think about this? Because I think people have heard us speak about this a lot of times.
Yeah.
What's your take?
My take is no, man. We're not interested. Look, we have to. Sifumane something. Ubeka ntoni etafuleni. What is there for us? Let's Starlink yakhona yazibencinga ibhasi mina. I was so lost.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a local bus.
Khona ezinye ibhasi man between Joburg and Eastern Cape.
Yes.
Did go to Starlink? Oh, you lost. Maybe the buses are ezi. Man, no, I'm not impressed. Sorry.
Ghost lady.
Yeah, I'm a bit shocked at the demands, for the fact that it was not even like just you are trying to come into at the table to negotiate, and these are your requests and what you'd like, and then obviously, so already just the tone of how it came across is that this is what he's demanding, and just kind of forcing his way. I feel like at this rate, we need to really push back from Elon, because you see, once you like already open up, the person wants more and more and more.
Yeah.
And I think it's
Actually, and
Yeah.
yeah. genocide, this guy.
yeah,
This is genocide.
yeah, exactly.
Uyasibulala.
True.
And it's proven like to be unethical. So for him to even want to intercept things and for us to trust him with, imagine if he has all the data of all the hospitals, public hospitals.
Imagine.
Because I mean, they're gonna use servers, they're gonna save their
And he
things,
wants to bypass
information.
ICASA.
Yeah, and he wants to bypass
guys.
ICASA. ICASA is there to protect us,
Yeah.
ICASA is there to ensure that guys who are playing in the technology, especially the information space, that information is guarded. It's like a guy saying, I want to be a doctor in South Africa, but I want the regulator that regulates medical professions, health professionals, not to regulate
Exactly.
me. So he wants to have a free will.
So it's like almost, what do you want to do? What is so sinister that you want to do? What do you plan on doing?
Hayi guys, iGupta zasenza kancane.
Aye.
Hayi.
Yeah, man. This is gonna be time for us to see, like the balls of our government
Yeah.
and our leaders. I mean, we're a sovereign country, bro. You can't. It's not like a Mickey Mouse, yeah. To get me, but then an example maybe has been set through the spaza shops. Yeah, I mean that industry is a multi-billion rand industry. Literally daily, hundreds of millions are made, and we don't own that one,
We
do we?
don't.
So it's a free for all, bro.
Does it matter that if Starlink comes, cost of internet will be cheaper? Because we're getting
Bro,
raped
it's
by.
not cheap, man. Starlink is not cheap, Mac. It's not cheap. You have to buy things, receivers and gadgets and all these things to set up Google. The cost of Starlink. It's not like a 50 rand free Wi-Fi,
No,
free
I'm
internet.
talking about the consumer. When it comes to the consumer, let's say if right now you're spending 50 rand for 1 gig of data. If now Starlink comes and that 50 rand becomes 10 rand.
How? They're going to be providing it for cheaper?
Yes.
They're not. Starlink is not cheap. All it does is it manages to get internet into places where normally you wouldn't get internet because maybe the cell towers, its internet is not, the coverage is not good by the cell towers, which is your normal Vodacom, or there's no infrastructure,
there?
fiber infrastructure. I can't. It's too far.
Oh, okay. Let me try to read. It says, yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
If it were allowed in the country, the satellite internet service would cost at least 6,000 rands to install, while subscription starting at 450 a month. Okay, I get you.
Cheap.
Okay.
It's
cheap,
not like
actually.
it's not revolutionary cheap. It's great.
Those are the same
because
prices as rain. eh?
Exactly.
Rain,
Yeah,
rain.
yeah,
I
true.
feel like it's competing with the what you
Pretty much, you can get internet anywhere.
Yeah.
With Starlink, anywhere. Like the places where you'd never, remote places,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
like
get you.
anywhere because of the satellites and how close they are to Earth as opposed to the traditional satellites. So that's what's special about it. But it's not like ultra cheap internet.
I was under the impression it would be cheaper, man.
It's not ultra cheap, bro. So, nah, bro. Hey, this is so weird. But you know what I found weird, right?
Yeah.
Remember last week we were speaking about how Rupert has got a stake in Vodacom and that they stand to obviously Vumatel.
Yes.
And the company that Remgro currently owns is trying to merge with Vodacom, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I said this.
Yes.
Maziv or something. And then the Competition Commission put it on ice
Yeah, I remember
and
you said
blocked it.
this.
Yeah. So now I realized something. So Shanduka, which Cyril founded. Remember Shanduka?
Not Penduga.
I wish. Damn. I wish.
Okay.
I'd buy the whole of Pharaoh. I'll buy the whole of Pharaoh, man. The whole of Pharaoh. They'll know who's king.
Oh, that's funny.
So Cyril Shanduka has got a stake in MTN, right?
Okay.
Cool. Now,
Can you
also,
fact check all of this while we're talking? bro?
Yeah,
If
now
you can. Sorry,
MTN.
Shots.
Now, I don't know how, but these big,
So Shanduka
network-
is Cyril.
Cyril, yeah,
He's
yeah,
got a stake in that.
MTN. And now what I also found very interesting is not that Rupert owns a part of Vuma and he was there as well and he really wants Starlink to come through. Now I'm smelling ulterior motives. But okay, pause that train of thought.
Got you.
Remember that our former ambassador in the US is now persona non grata. Rasul, because he spoke sideways about Trump online at a Gibbs
What's
whatever
persona
lecture.
non grata? What does that
A
mean?
person who's unwelcomed.
Okay.
Yeah, like persona non grata. You're not welcome in America.
He came back, Russell.
Yeah. He's no longer the ambassador, right? Because he spoke undiplomatically about Trump. And as an ambassador, your thoughts really sometimes maybe take a back seat. You know? So
I like that word, man.
persona non grata, yeah.
We must have
Like whoever
celebrities-
is not welcome at your house is persona non grata.
We must have a list like that for the podcast.
Oh, persona non grata. Yeah, your violas. We'll start with your violas. Persona non grata. Akasizwa mo sangithi. Akangizwa mo. Akangizwa. Right? Number 1, persona non grata. We must have a persona non grata list.
By the gates.
And then we'll find them. And that's celebrity.
gates, yeah.
Yeah, by the gate. Persona non grata. Yeah. And then, now, that guy was blocked, remember? And then tensions were already high between America and South Africa.
Yes.
And then, one of the people that Cyril, founder of Shanduka, that has got stake in MTN, and maybe this is a conspiracy theory. One of those guys also is Mcebisi Jonas, who was meant to be part of
The
the
delegation.
team, the delegation
Yes.
going to America.
Yeah.
Mcebisi Jonas is no longer like in parliament and in politics,
No.
right? And Cyril appointed him. You know what he is?
Wait.
Non-executive chairman of MTN Group.
Wow.
Mcebisi Jonas. Remember, he's the one who blew the whistle that the Guptas are appointing ministers because they had
Yes.
promised him a minister of finance
position,
position.
yes.
Yeah, obviously with some conditions so that they could benefit as the capturers of the state. So I find it ironic that there were going to be 2 people who are heavily invested and part of, the communication space, telecommunications space in that room. They were meant to be.
So what are you alluding to?
So I'm alluding to that Rupert clearly wants this thing in here, and he's got a big
Oh, he
stake.
did even say it.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah.
It must be. And he's got a big stake in telecoms.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Jonas, who also is the non-executive chairman of MTN Group, was also meant to be there, but he couldn't go because he spoke sideways
Yes,
about Trump.
America.
So it's persona non grata.
Yeah, well, he's not, but he's not. But if
Almost.
yeah, almost. Because they were scared that the team might look into these guys and say, "Oh, he said shit about Trump as well." So he's not welcome. In fact, you're insulting us by bringing somebody who thinks Trump is. I forgot what he had said about Trump. Please Google Mcebisi Jonas, Trump. Yeah, so I find that very interesting. I'm not making any inferences, but I really find it very interesting without assuming things. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, right?
How do you spell Mcebisi?
Mcebisi. Oh, that's my
MCE.
brother's surname. Hold on. It's my brother's name. So,
Okay.
you know my brother's Mcebisi,
Anyway,
right?
the name Mcebisi means advisor.
Yes, I'm
okay.
yeah, my older
So,
brother's
Maybe
Mcebisi.
that's how he qualified to be part of that. Like
He said Mcebisi
your
join
name
us.
says it all.
Jonas comments.
Mcebisi. MCEBISI. Mcebisi.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mcebisi. Jonas
My older brother's name. Yeah. Mcebisi.
comments on
Trump.
Donald Trump. Okay.
While you're typing, Mcebisi is the same guy who refused a bag of cash. I think he was offered a bag of cash. And
What was it? With the
during
Guptas?
that
Guptas,
Gupta's
wasn't
time.
it?
Yeah, he called out the Guptas.
Yes.
It was him.
That bag.
What happened to the
I
Guptas?
need that bag.
It's gonna get you out of the blacklisting.
In 2020 speech, Jonas described Trump as a racist, homophobic, narcissist, and right winger.
Yeah, so now they couldn't take him. You know? Because at face value, I thought, oh yeah, Mcebisi used to be in government as well. You know what I mean? Like, he knows the dealings. He's a diplomatic guy. And then, shout out to Mighty Jamie, because it's on his podcast, or the dissection that I saw. Then I was like, oh, if you connect the dots, you start to see that, nah, man.
You gotta follow the money, bro.
Yeah.
Follow the money, bro.
Follow the bag. Hey,
Follow the
Yeah.
bag. So
I need that bag. I need that bag. I've been thinking about that bag for years. Good, they should have given me that bag.
What are your thoughts, KHANYISA?
KHANYISA.
On this Cobrizi thing, like the way I don't understand the deep politics, I'm just observing. What are the outcomes? Yeah, I'm just observing. Honestly, that is not my line, but my line is the bag. The bag. My line is the bag.
You want the bag?
I want
the
the bag.
money. It's the money.
But I don't know, man. Do you think Tesla will do well in SA? Especially with just BX. I mean, they're coming in strong. The Chinese with their
Yes.
electronic cars,
yes.
And
Basic,
DIY, there's also another one.
This is a DIY now.
BYD.
Oh, BYD.
Yeah.
BYD. Yeah. I see BYD.
Yeah.
So,
That's in the country.
yeah, and the Chinese are already making, inroads into the market. So
And we don't want that car. We don't want that car. We want the Chinese cars. Those cars are cheap. And why are we busy with America while we are part of BRICS? That's why I don't understand politics.
Yes.
We are part of BRICS. Why don't we just say it's fine, Trump, and we are safe? We can't be Macala.
yeah, because also that's another problem that the Americans have with us. It's our fraternizing with the likes of China, which is possibly a bigger superpower these days than America.
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
so it's a huge threat to them. So I don't know how they will feel in our relationship with China, because we've already opened the doors in the motor market, the motoring industry. We've opened the doors to the Chinese. Their cars are all over here. And I think that's what Trump also sees. And he sees that electronic cars in SA will probably be just Chinese cars. Now he wants a foot in.
I don't know. I don't think there's a market for electric cars in SA, man.
You don't think so?
What do you mean?
They're too quiet. And us as black people, we must be heard. I'm arriving.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying? You must hear me from the corner that I'm arriving. Or Angu Mac. With an electric car.
Are they fast though? Are they fast cars?
Yeah, they're faster than the diesel ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe load shedding also
Would be
is
an
a
issue.
problem. We have to charge and it those
Yeah,
cars.
if you have to
That's
charge,
the
that's
problem.
going to be another
Bro, yeah.
That's the only
Shots is a
problem.
car enthusiast. Yeah.
issue. Okay.
Bro, do you think you've driven an electric
But
car,
those are
right?
petrol heads, Mac.
Exactly.
No, it's not going to work in South Africa. Well, there's a space for it and there's a market for it. Firstly, it's expensive. For me, I think the lower class of South Africa will definitely not be able to afford it. So petrol is still going to be prevalent, and diesel and petrol is still going to be prevalent in South Africa for a long time.
Yeah, true. I agree with you. But the Chinese can make affordable cars. They've proven that they can make affordable cars. And I don't think the electric cars are ranging around the Tesla price range.
It's more of a lifestyle, bro. You gotta charge this thing before you sleep. You know what I
Imagine
mean?
your battery dies in the middle of N1.
Yeah.
It is because it didn't charge, but still I want that car. If I can avoid going to the petrol station, I want that car. I've seen so many horrible things happen at the petrol station.
Yeah.
I'll charge at home.
Hey, do you know? Yeah.
But also, Metal, maybe if we think about it, if Elon gets his Tesla cars in, he might be able to bully the government to shape up as far as load shedding so that the users of his cars are not inconvenienced. Because he's clearly got some crazy power and influence, and he's able to squeeze till things happen. I'm just thinking now.
But are we going to be giving him more power then if you're speaking like that, so? Because you're already saying, oh, actually, he can now save another problem. It's almost like we're indirectly saying we need Elon here in the country.
Not that we need him, but if he's invested now in the country and he's got his cars here and the sales are not doing well and he does research as to why the sales are not doing well and people are like, wow, there's load shedding.
He's gonna want to get it fixed.
Yeah, he's going to want to get it fixed. He's going to say, Trump,
At what
tell them
cost
we're
to the
cutting
country,
this
though?
from them till they fix that electric problem of theirs. And clearly when Trump calls, we jump. We've proven that, haven't we? Especially if we let Elon in, we would have proven that when America jumps or Elon jumps, we let him in. And I'm not saying it would be a great thing, but I'm trying to look on the brighter side of it.
But you see, it proves what I was saying is that, okay, once we let him in, what more then? It's like,
True,
and then at
100%.
what cost is it going to be to the country? Even if, let's say, he's helping something else. Remember, he's also going to want to gain as well something else.
You must stay away from our baddies.
Yeah.
You know he loves kids, that one.
And he impregnates them big time.
Whoa.
And the baddies want the
everything
bag.
except the baddies.
Yeah,
And you
and they
are
want the
fertile.
bag. And the baddies want the bag. Somebody move out. Elon, we want the bed.
Yeah, dangerous.
I wasn't about the baddies. I was carrying on the baddies of. Come on, man. You know. Come on, and he loves the baddies. But the thing is, does he like blacks though? Elon doesn't strike me as a guy who,
fraternize with.
I don't see somebody that tight who a lot of policies or worldviews of Trump. Liking black people or black ladies. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. So
Elon makahlale nemoto zakhe, guys.
yeah?
And akho magazine dala eyayithiwa Tesla what is this thing? Nudity and stuff.
Hey,
That's Hustler.
Hustler. Oh, okay.
That's Hustler.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Hustler, Tesla. Hustler, Tesla. Yeah, rapper. Hustler, Tesla, babies. Yahlangana. Hayi. And it's a problem of overpopulation.
What you Tesla in the need?
I don't make it zin, man.
Elevate your betting game with easybet.co.za, the site with the biggest bonuses in South Africa. Dive into a world of sports, slots, and casino games come alive. You'll get a huge head start at EasyBet with a 50 Rand sign-up bonus. No deposit required. And here's the real game changer. Your first deposit gets a massive 150% match up to 1,000 Rands. What about if your team lets you down? EasyBet throws you a lifeline with up to 15% cash back on your losing bets. Where else do you get that? Ready, set, and bet. Rush to EasyBet and use the promo code MacG50 for your 50 Rand welcome bonus. That's MACG50 for your 50 Rand welcome bonus. Ghost Lady, what you got for us?
So guys, there was Thuli P, Miss Thuli P, Thuli Pongolo. She was questioned. She was wearing a very expensive watch, and this watch is it's worth 5 million Rand.
So what's wrong with that?
Imali.
People are saying she can't afford it. It's impossible. It's hers.
Man, it's
Now what in the pocket watching?
It's watching. Yeah. Oh, now you ambassador. Yeah. You have my 5 million Rand watch.
Nah, definitely not a. Is it Philippe Patek? What is it? What's
Guys,
the brand?
What does that watch do? Like besides
Richmond.
pressure, why is it 5 million?
It's just
Good
a
question.
Good question. I could never understand.
I don't get watches going around there.
Can I drive that watch? Like, can it give me a shot? Like 5 million, I need 5 million right now for something serious.
Yeah.
No. It's out of order.
That's just the aesthetics. It's just for the aesthetics.
No, but for me, I feel like if you can afford it, why not? If you can afford it, why not?
Wow.
But also, man, I don't get people assuming it's hers. What if it's like a boyfriend's? What if it's a colleague's?
But what if it
it's
is
a
hers?
business
What's wrong with that?
associate?
She can afford it. What if it is hers?
Or
And
a
she can
5
afford it.
million.
Can
Bro, it's her money. How?
5 million.
Bro.
Damn, bro.
Bro, we spend so much money on alcohol. If you were to check how much money we spend.
It's not 5 million.
Let me land.
Land, bro. Please land,
Since
please.
MacG became an ambassador,
Hi.
you're right now.
My man.
What's wrong?
Please, what if it's target market? That's why to buy cars there at Pharaoh. That's why. He knows to pull up at Pharaoh like, yo, I want that McLaren.
Thank you.
That Cullinan.
What I'm saying is that, okay, if you look at how much, let's say, for example, I spend on alcohol yearly, right? Let's say it's
How
100K.
much do you spend?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never calculated. But
Okay.
let's just say it's 100K.
Okay.
Someone can look at that and be like, why the fuck would you spend 100K on alcohol?
Oh, a lot of
Do you understand what I'm
like,
saying?
typical Jew would be like, what the fuck? Bro?
Yes.
What the hell, man? That's capital. That's value.
Yes.
That's value. Literally, it's value.
You understand
Money
what I'm
could
saying?
Yeah, with that
do something with
500,000, you could have bought bricks,
So-
cement, and build a house.
Yeah, true.
But the problem
Literally.
is that people who don't spend that money still don't have the bricks, the cement, and life is not fair though.
But some who would get it, they wouldn't forget about the bricks and cement. They have more plans, other plans with the money. It's funny when the money is there. A lot of people change plans. But what's land? I'm still waiting for you to land. You've landed?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're saying she's
has every
been
right.
saving?
No. I'm saying, so what I've realized, because I have friends that buy watches. Like, I've got a friend who just bought a watch 500,000 for 500,000.
Yes.
And I was chatting to him and I'm like, dude, I don't understand. Why would you waste so much money on a watch, right? So to me, as someone who doesn't consume timepieces, I don't understand the value of that. Just like someone who doesn't drink, they don't understand the value of why I would spend 100,000 on drinking. Because to them, it's like, why, bro? Why would you spend so much money on drinking? So it's the same way I see timepieces. Like I have a Casio, bro, because I'm like, I'm not going to spend so much money on a fucking watch. I tell the phone on my phone.
Yeah, the time.
The time on my phone, you know what I mean? So I don't see the value in spending so much on watches. But he was explaining that it makes him feel some type of way. They gain value. And he goes into a whole thing the same way Shots would about cars.
About cars, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
True.
I'd never spend 3 million on a car. What the fuck? What a waste of money. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, this guy says the ambassador of Pharaoh.
What?
Says that he's trying to get people to spend 5 million rands on a car. They literally made him an ambassador to get people to spend 5 million rands, 10 million. There's a car there for 10 million rands.
This is why I've never been an ambassador for anything.
Yeah. Like, hey, here's the ambassador for Panado. Then this podcast like, you're a pussy if you take pills for headaches. You're a total pussy. Why would you take a pill for a headache? Drink water, nigga. Eat better. Fuck. Eat nemeneme. Eat some healthy shit. Go to Venda, eat healthy.
Lapho is getting headache. Panado.
Panado. I'm starting to think that Thuli ambassador yala company. Don't la watch the company. Yeah,
Richard Mille.
she's an ambassador.
But what's your take?
Hi guys, no. Now if I have to have that watch, it takes the same day. I'm looking for buyers. I don't know if I can lend my hands on that. I don't need it in my life. I need that 5 million.
Okay.
I can just.
Do you think it's hers though?
Nah, man. My thing is, it's Instagram, bro. Come on, man. You know, people take pictures in cars that are not theirs, or next to cars that are not theirs, and pose as if they're theirs. They take pictures in houses that are not theirs. They book Airbnb and do all these things. Girls drive their man's car and then they break up and their shit isn't an Uber. You know what I mean? So it's Instagram. Maybe it's not hers. That's another thing. If it is hers,
They go take pictures by the jets.
Guys,
That are
if-
parked.
yeah, jets that won't take off, not with them inside at least. You know, so they Louis Vuitton bags that are empty, you know.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, you saw the 400 million rand bust? There was a 400 million just in time for the Durban July. 400 million rands in street value worth of
yes.
luxury brands.
A bust
was
in Durban,
seized.
eh?
In Durban, yeah. They were
Yes.
heading to Alberton and Central
It's a
Joburg.
container, actually, that was filled with counterfeit products.
Yeah, counterfeit.
So these are counterfeits.
Yes.
These are counterfeits.
Worth a value of 400 million.
400 million
Counterfeits.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we're going to see on Instagram
Of
and some of my
course.
piano videos
Yeah.
and red carpets. We're going to see these things.
Yeah.
But then again, do we still care? Because the Chinese just recently exposed that some of these counterfeits are only counterfeits because they're not being released through the legit brands, but they come from the same factory.
Same factory.
Or similar factories with the same materials, same fabrics, and they just
Same
obviously
quality.
same quality, but they're just in the black market. So do we still go, ooh, y'all are wearing fakes out there? Because we've seen that the 10,000, 20,000 rand Louis Vuitton sneaker is actually 50 rands to make.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've seen that.
we've seen that.
You know, so do we even still care?
What's the most expensive thing you have, KHANYISA?
It's my car. It's 20K.
Oh,
No, I think it's my car.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's not expensive, but it's the most expensive thing I have. And maybe my phone. Okay, it's not here.
And Jason was in the room.
yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
check
where's
your
your
phone.
phone?
Where's your phone?
My phone
Last
is
time
under
Jason
cover.
manages a club. Last time I was at his club, I left without a phone.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, you didn't see it. You didn't see it. Hey, Jason.
I'm
Hey,
hiding
Jason.
it from you guys. Just in case.
We are working with Jason.
Hello, Jason.
What else you got?
So there was a story according to social media about Gogo Skhotheni, ne? That she's being accused of refusing to refund a customer, and who this person had paid 330,000 rand. This is for iskupu semali. You know iskupu semali.
What is that?
It's I guess it's
It's like
umuthi, so you can have money. So you can, yeah. Bayibiza isigubhu semali. So
Yeah.
it comes in whatever kind of forms. It's
It
different.
attracts money.
Yeah, it
basically.
attracts
okay.
money. Yeah, basically. So, she's obviously refused, and this person, there's an agreement with when she had an agreement with a customer was that they would pay deposits, and then pay the amount of 20,000 rand when they receive the products. Yeah, that was the end amount. Now,
So the customer never received the scoop.
never received the scoop.
Iskubu or imali. Ngafumana, which one did the customer not get? The scoop or the money after the scoop?
No, angithi you pay,
Okay.
and then you get iskupu semali. So this is in some form of how you umuthi, I guess, so you can get
Yeah,
money.
in a thing.
No, we
Yes.
get that. But
Yes.
what she's asking is that what is the customer not satisfied about?
That she never
Iskupu
got.
sitholile, asasebenza.
Akasitholanga.
Ubhadale imali
Akasitholanga.
10,000.
Yes.
Bokumele kushota i-20.
Yes.
Akasitholanga iscoop.
Akasitholanga.
Yo, hayi,
Akasitholanga.
akana timing. Ngemnikile iscoop. Abe ne-clause, but non-refundable, and amniki conditions. So that if uzilathi khange wenze A, B, C, and D, that's easy. Angathi angamniki iscoop, makamniki iscoop. Guys, this scoop, we can get scoop. Anyway, ngicela by-advisor yakhe. Ngicela ngumcebisi wakhe.
Umcebisi wakhe.
Umcebisi.
What a weird
Advisor.
story, yeah.
Shit.
It's so weird, like, because it's like she said she could have just. Because my thing is, man, I don't know, man, if there's this coupon for money, you know? Like, I don't know, man. And does it cost
Skhotheni,
30,000
she's
rands?
left. No, obviously it costs. And you see, these things are.
It should be way more if it's going to make you money. I'm thinking about it, like.
Yeah,
Otherwise, a lot of people will be rich. Like 30,000 rands, a lot of people can afford to either take out a loan if
not
they
a
don't
lot
have
of
it in
people.
cash.
Not a lot of people. So it just maybe there's a so
No,
not a lot of people.
But
can
by a
afford
lot, I
that
mean
money.
like people, even if you've got a 2-pot system, if you've been working for 10 years, quit your job. A lot of people not can afford, but can get their hands on 30,000 rands. Emergency
Okay,
30,000
okay,
rands. Like
okay.
they will make a plan. Not the 2-pot system now, where people have been cashing in, you know,
No, of course.
quitting their jobs and taking that money that's
For
meant for
real?
for their retirement. They've been accessing it. Yeah, some people are buying
With the
Ubers or putting
unemployment
deposits
rates,
in
Engaga.
Ubers.
Remember?
Yeah, well, they've got a plan. Remember.
yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
that's smart. If you're gonna take money from the 2-pot system and then create a business,
Yeah, that is smart. Because it's sitting there not
very-
doing anything.
Yes. That's a smart thing. But other people actually take that money out to pay for bills that you have, maybe for debts that
School
you may
fees,
have.
some
school
sadly.
fees, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really helping anything and everything, right?
others buy watches. You know, it's
That would be bad. It's bad decisions. Bad decisions.
Man.
2.5 million.
Yo, yeah. If you got a 2.5 million, then damn.
That
what
means
are you doing?
the actual pot is bigger. Guys,
Yeah.
I'm worried because I used to be a teacher and now, but before because 2-pot. About now I would be tapping in.
Oh yeah. Oh, you used to be a teacher.
So
I used to be a teacher. Ish. I missed teaching.
What grade?
Grade 8
Oh.
to 12.
oh wow. Like
Yeah.
what were
Which
you
subject?
what subject? Were you a registered
I
teacher
used to-
or you
come on. I was like,
Registered teacher.
Come on! They're still teachers, they're still teachers.
No, but they'll double up. It will be the registered teacher, but they'll also
Yeah, then he's
teach
also a
certain
major in
lessons.
English.
okay,
Yes.
okay. Ngicela ukubuza kuqala. Uthi registered or registered teacher? Because
Registered.
I was a registered teacher because I used to mark the register every
Yes.
morning.
And
You
then
mean that?
Yes.
Oh, I used to mark a register a lot.
Oh, and then did you have a subject
subject.
you were
I
specializing
used to teach geography.
Oh.
Yeah, but please don't ask so many questions because wow, I'm not very sure about the things I said to those learners.
Where are they now? Are they lost?
yeah. I used to read. You know, it's like it's a hassle.
Are they
guys.
lost geography?
You're lost geographically.
The comments there. They lost.
Yeah, and the worst thing about being a geography teacher is people expect you to, like on a cold day, we can't come to work wearing a warm jacket. Like if we're not going to weather, what about us? But guys, varsity we study to pass. It's not like now I'm an expert of geography. Yeah, but I did teach geography.
So you're never passionate about geography?
I was passionate for that period
Oh,
when it was still giving me money. Yeah, at least I know. I told my learners, the higher you go, the colder it becomes. At least I remember that. And I used to teach at high school.
Whoa.
So my learners learned to be high at high school.
Oh, wow.
The higher you go.
The colder it becomes. And one learner said to me, but ma'am, when I'm high, I'm never cold. Yeah, but honestly, I used to be a geography teacher.
I learned something recently that the Spanish and the Portuguese were the first ones who started colonization. Like they were the first ones who
Where?
went out. Yeah?
Started it where?
Like back in the day.
Wherever or
Yeah,
here?
yeah. No. Spain.
Oh,
So what I
okay.
read is that in Spain, the Spain and the Portuguese started colonizing all these other
okay,
countries,
okay.
like North America, not USA as we know it now, but before it was just land that no one had occupied. You know,
Okay,
the Indians were there and whatever. But then they just started picking off parts of America that they wanted. So there was a French colony, Spanish colony. If you check South America, that's why there's a lot of
France
they
is
speak a lot of
big on
speech.
colonization.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then what happens is, so the Spain and the Portuguese started, and then the other European countries started following suit. So now the French started colonizing, right? And then the Italians started colonizing, and then the British started colonizing, and all that stuff. And then no one had come to Africa yet. Because all the white people that would come here would die from malaria, and they didn't know what this thing was. And then they found a cure for malaria, so they could come, but like in the map, no one really knew what was happening in Africa, right? So this Belgium guy, this guy from Belgium, he was a president now, he wanted to get in the action of colonizing, right? But all these countries had taken all these other parts. So he'd go to UK and he's like, okay, give me a part of whatever colony UK had at the time. And they're like, no. And then he went to the Spanish, like, oh, give me some of South America. Let me have Paraguay. Let me have Mexico, whatever. And they said no. And he's like, fuck it, man. I'm going to do my own shit. And then that's when he started coming to Africa. Because now they had the cure, right? So they started coming to Africa, and then he started colonizing West Africa. And then when they started seeing how much land he had, then they're like, hey, what's going on in Africa there? And then started the scramble for Africa. That's when the Dutch came here, the British came here, and then everybody came here and just picked.
dissected it.
Yeah,
I forgot what they
these,
call it,
these
but
niggas
they-
had a meeting, dog, without
Yeah.
any African leaders. They had a meeting. No African.
meeting where they shared. There's
shared.
a word for it.
Oh, there's
Please
a word.
Google it.
Yes.
Yes.
There's
And
a
they're like,
meeting for that.
I'm
thing.
having this, I'm having that, I'm having that. The only country that wasn't colonized till this day was Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
That's it.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah?
How did they escape?
Partitioning of Africa.
How did they escape colonization? Ethiopia.
They said no. Like
Oh.
They fought.
Yeah,
They
they
claimed they
fought.
fought.
Oh, okay.
They fought and clearly won because, I mean, they didn't get colonized.
And that's
But you
why
had to fight.
That's why it's 2025. We're sitting here as black people talking English.
So yeah. It is what it is, yeah. I mean, that's why in Congo they speak French, and some people only know French. You know,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
still
yeah,
lucky
yeah.
we can still
It was
speak
the
our
Berlin Conference.
Berlin Conference.
Oh,
that's the
they even
one.
had a name for it.
Yeah, so it was a
And they
conference, a
even
Berlin
have-
conference.
We even have
yeah.
Berlin here in South Africa, so they started giving names, colonization names to our places.
Oh yes, Port Elizabeth. Okay, but that was named after one of the politicians. His wife had passed away. Local politicians, not the Queen. But yeah, they've got all sorts of names that remind them of home, all over.
Crazy, right?
I mean, Brixton. There's Brixton in the UK, and there's Brixton right here. Windsor, after the Queen and the family.
And
the
Whittlesea,
British
my
family, the House
hometown.
of Windsor.
I'm from Whittlesea. I know there's Whittlesea in Australia, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't teach that?
No, I didn't teach. Is that not history? Come
sounds
on.
like
Yeah, that's more like
Yes.
that's more
I was a geography teacher.
Yeah. The maps would be like, but that's more history.
But what are you
and the
teaching the
cities.
whole year? Because the map,
I
you
teach.
can learn that one day.
Not the map.
No, you can't.
Geography is broad. When
Geography is broad. There's the weather side.
Yes.
climatology, geomorphology,
Yeah. The
settlement
clouds,
geography,
clouds and
the clouds,
clouds, stratospheres,
You know,
hemispheres, and
cumulus clouds. Guys, I need to have a session and get into
What's
physics.
that? Cumulus cloud?
Cumulus clouds. Those have got a flat surface underneath. And they're white and with a flat surface. That's cumulus.
Which ones are the ones that bring rain? It's the Columbus with
No, it's actually cumulus.
Cumulus.
Hey,
Okay.
don't take me back because now I didn't prepare for the lesson.
you didn't revise.
Yes.
You must revise.
Every day before I go to class. You want to expose me now. But clouds need to be heavy enough to fall. I'll explain later.
Wow.
I'll explain later.
Yeah.
So clouds, what else?
No, clouds is part of climatology. I taught geomorphology, the shape of the earth. I taught settlement geography, rural,
So the
urban.
earth is round. The earth is round.
It's round, but hey, it's hard to teach something that you don't believe because I used to read that like the earth is round. The first one, yo, in front of the learners, but the earth is round. You know, I still have questions about the earth being round. Guys, let me. One of the questions I had, but I didn't have anyone to ask. Look, here's a ball. Let's say, let me have your
bring
Kaizer
that ball
Chiefs.
on top of
Kaizer
your
Chiefs.
trophy.
Yeah,
On top of your
yeah.
Oh,
trophy.
yeah.
Thank
Oh, that
you.
thing.
Let's say this is the earth.
Yes.
It's round.
Yeah.
Here's Sol in South Africa. Here are the colonizers. Where's Spain? Here's Spain. Here's South Africa. You mean if Sol is here and he wants a shortcut, he doesn't want to fly over and he wants to drill a hole. You mean that if I'm sitting here now, if I drill a hole, I'll get to Spain?
A long enough one, yeah. In theory. In theory.
Yeah.
Because if I'm here, I start drilling a hole, I'm supposed to get to that side.
In theory.
But they don't want us to drill the hole because they say the earth used to be, but it's still hot inside.
The crater.
Oh, yes,
and
Yeah,
the
so maybe
crater.
they are
surface.
preventing us from drilling that hole because we realize, but no, there's nothing around here. But I used to teach, like my learners, and don't change what I used, but that thing is strange. So strange. And you have to,
So you're saying, in theory, if we dug right now where we are, we should be able to get to Spain.
yes, because if it's round,
You'll come out of a different side.
Yeah, the
you
other
have
side.
to,
surface.
yes, if
Other
it's
surface.
But what if you come out and it's
Other
the
side.
ocean? Because that could be the issue as well.
But it will still be on the other side.
In theory, yes.
Yes. But there's something that doesn't add up. But
But then, but if you're saying it's flat, where's the tip? Because if I fly from here, right, and I fly across, I never meet an end.
I'm still confused.
I will get back to the same. No, but you'll get back to the same place
Have you had
if you
It
fly.
doesn't spin that fast, though.
But in nature, it's
Okay,
true.
it's spinning also.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, it's spinning.
It's
So
on an axis. That's the. Yeah, there's,
Yeah, we're
there's a
spinning on
movement
an
happening.
imaginary
Yes.
axis.
Yes.
So
which
we're not.
would
Why
be
are
this
we not
thing.
falling? Why are?
No, it's gravity. It's gravity that's holding
there's a
us.
gravitational pull at the center of the Earth.
Okay.
That's pulling all of us.
not falling.
That's pulling us all of us to the Earth.
We're supposed to fall.
Gravity.
Guys,
Ghost lady explained it.
And if you go to, there's this trip to Mars that they are
Yes, they
busy, like by ends of us. So one day we'll go to Mars. I'm thinking, I don't know what transport we'll be using, ne? But I'm thinking, let's say something happens and we driver, I like that direction. What's going to happen to us? You know, if aeroplane, guys, space in, if Konzega, Lord, and he has to fall, he's or crash on the ground.
Yeah.
But if we're in space and we see a fall, what happens to us? We fall and never get to anywhere. Hi, science.
That's
It's a short.
That's the upside down.
Hi, it's a short science. We need this. We need more. So that's the problem. Teaching something now to my land and you cross your fingers on the cool.
Oh no.
That's why I do commit. You know, and ask questions we commit. We are tetu ambugudu. The day babu's questions, yeah, don't want questions. Don't like. That's why I didn't like smart kids. Oh, those ones, yo.
Abosol.
Yo, Abasol. Sol bu smart.
Now
Yeah,
it's
no,
average.
Sol is a
Just
smart kid.
above average.
Where do you stand with the Earth round and?
It's a globe, man. That's where I stand.
Nah.
Because you're
It's a
saying
globe.
if it's flat, where does it end?
Yeah. Where does it end?
Yeah,
We
no.
should be able to get to an end if it's flat. You know?
What if it's over?
And if it's flat, if it's oval,
Yes.
then it's okay. Then it still explains
So
the.
you're not sure
No. But it's not flat. If it's oval, but as long as it's a ball,
Okay.
I believe it's a ball. Because then, if it's flat, then is the sun now the one moving? Right? It's
And
And why aren't we
because
falling?
we see it. We see it.
I believe
we see
it's-
exposure to the sun. You're in daylight,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
And
Yes, I
then
agree.
there are parts of near the North Pole and in the Scandinavian countries where they've got longer days because they've got
Yeah.
more exposure to the sun. Then that proves that It's a board.
I'm glad I did not teach you Sol. Who's on Sokol is a class in one.
Like, what do you said? It's like I thought
haven't
we stood
done-
on globe, bro.
No,
on the globe.
I haven't really followed on that topic, but
I
see it being
agree.
discussed a lot.
It is a
It is
circle.
round.
It
Nah,
is a
man, it's
circle.
like it's
because
silly
if
to
it
think
was
it's flat.
flat, imagine now the sun. It means that the sun will be moving like this.
Yeah, so
So
so it's the
basically
sun
it's a
moving.
circle. Then it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's rotating around.
Then we get a share of the sun. Abanye
yeah.
basibu mnyameni kusebusuku. After a full rotation, it's 24 hours,
It's
right?
24 hours.
Meanwhile,
yes.
we're also
Yes.
moving in an orbit around the sun.
Yeah.
You remind me of the first time I went to Durban with Shots. It was his first time at KZN.
Oh,
By the
yes.
beach, we're standing there. So he looks at me, I look at him. We're looking at the beach. And he's like, so poison, this doesn't end.
Oh, you told us that. You told that.
Yeah.
The ocean.
Yeah, shut us fascinating.
Our pain. It's infinity water, boy.
It's all a bit confusing, man.
It is.
I think there's a lot of holes you can poke into any argument.
Yeah, like she's
regarding
saying,
this.
I think science is still growing and developing. There's things we agree on, you know. Then there's some things maybe are a mystery to humankind as well. Still,
What else you got for us, Ghost Lady? But thank you for that. I'm
yeah,
very
thank
interested in the clouds. I
Thank
didn't
you,
know about the
Mylenas.
clouds.
Thank you,
The
Mylenas.
clouds looked all the same.
They are
No,
not.
no.
So when you're on a plane, what clouds are those?
Actually, before they fall as rain, stratus clouds. Those
Stratus
are the
clouds.
dark grayish ones.
Yes.
Yes, those are stratus.
So when you're on a plane and you see the clouds, what are those ones? Are those the Mickey Mouse ones?
Mostly it's cumulus. The white ones, you can see that they're not ready to fall as rain. That's why the weather change. I mean, it gets darker when it's about to rain because
Yeah.
the stratus, the grayish ones, are falling. Hey, when I think I
and-
taught you some.
Yeah, yes, you did.
You sound like my star student.
So when it's raining, those are clouds falling.
Yes, no. It's clouds that have melted. They have now become liquid again because when they're near gaseous state, they're like gas.
yes,
Yeah.
from evaporation.
It's
Then it's
fascinating.
precipitation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Opposite of evaporation.
Evaporation.
Yeah,
Which is
yes,
that's
yes,
precipitation.
yes. At least I was not what I was a counterfeit teacher. I was a Kobelo.
Oh, KHANYISA. Yes, what else you got for us, man?
So there was this. Remember the story of Unolwazi Shange? She was the actress, and also the Queen Mojaji casting director. And I think we spoke about it a while back. And she was accused of stealing 700,000 from the Queen Mojaji production by allegedly altering the invoices and redirecting payments meant for casting agencies. Right?
Whoa.
That's fraud.
Yeah,
that's theft,
just
man.
yeah, just so
theft.
she was facing charges of fraud, cybercrime, theft, and all sorts.
Have you ever acted?
Yes, she has.
Yeah, I've seen you on TV.
Come on, guys! I'm acting right now. No, I'm
bro.
I'm offended, guys.
I've seen on Netflix.
Yes.
I'm acting now. Don't tell me about Netflix. Tomorrow I'm shooting. I know I'm offended.
Oh, shit, I'm good.
Kunindi serious ndisiniyanibona ndiyaacta kana niniboni. Because I know, guys. I need something to recover from this.
Hit her with a shot, man.
I'm
Let me
on
have something
scandal
strong.
now, guys. I'm on scandal. I come on.
Yeah.
Let me get this punch.
Sorry.
You started a scandal, yeah.
Guys, pan this serious. I was all ban born.
No,
Oh, yo, TV.
we are mad at TV right now, so we don't watch TV.
Yeah, hey, TV.
By
I'm
the
not happy
way,
with the TV right now.
by the way, indaba zenu aziqondakali on TV. And you behave on TV. You are not good enough for TV in terms of discipline. Yeah, we need a teacher like me. Akanike anifundisa how to be on TV. Guys, that deal yako anayinika mna nami likhona i-podcast endiyizamayo. Cela undirecommend.
Yeah, no.
And I'll be disciplined because I'm a teacher. So, but what did you say?
No, we didn't say anything.
Eish.
You don't know what he said?
You were just yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You were just yourself.
Because I remember, so let me give you context, right? So they come to us, right? And they're like, they want us as we are. So essentially, we shoot like we are shooting for YouTube, like how we
Yeah,
normally
just
would.
normally, a normal podcast.
Normal podcast. And then they will go and edit to suit their clientele, their audience, right? So whatever they think might be too much or whatever, they have carte blanche in terms of the
That's
editing.
fair.
They do have carte blanche. It plays on Sunday.
So, fine. First episode. First episode we submitted to them is Mushe sitting right here. And he's talking about how he lost his bum virginity from a big dick.
Yep. Well,
So they had a whole meeting with the directors and the
But
managers.
where are the editors?
No, the editors, that's what they were discussing. Do we remove this
Oh,
because
yeah.
we want the show to be authentic? This is how
Yeah.
these guys
Yeah.
are. Or are we going to break ICASA rules, whatever? So from the jump, from the first episode, I was like, yo, this is going to be a long ride.
as we are. They said we want you as we are. And we said, here we are.
We are.
Guys,
Yeah, accept
So,
us.
so imagine after saying, yeah, no, guys, we know what to do. No, don't worry, it's going to be great. It's going to be dope.
Hey, bro.
The first thing they have to discuss is bum virginity from not even us. We didn't say
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
control what
Yeah.
listeners say. I mean, what a
It was
Yeah.
Musha's story.
Yeah.
Musha
Yeah.
Dickie's story.
It's
And
Musha's-
it's lived experience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And surely it's somebody else's lived experience out there as well.
Yeah, people could relate.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what it was like.
So guys,
man.
khange libe nazo into sasibindi sika Ellen ukuthi uMask uthi mna ke ikhasa ngizoyibypassa khange libe naso sibindi nini.
Yeah, next
No, but
time.
we're not governed by ICASA.
I'm just
They
saying
are.
kaloku.
They are, not us.
Oh,
That's
okay.
DSTV.
Ngabo mela okay.
Yeah.
Beast
No, YouTube, we're not governed by
Yeah.
ICASA.
But guys, ni fine mosandithi.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, we're good.
Guys,
Right.
moving right along.
I want to see my ambassadors. Honorable ambassador.
So she go to jail. What's going on?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, what do you feel about when you hear the story? What do you feel?
It's a hustle. Guys, kunzima economy hard. Uthi ngubani if we fellow actress then I'll sympathize. Uthi ngubani?
Sympathize, but she was
Guys, you know
stunning.
sifaka amakhadi
I
Capitec all
don't.
the time.
Who?
Actors sifaka amakhadi Capitec all the time. Sicela i-donation.
Yo, chawe, man, yo.
So not just chow, like everyone. Mhlawumbe next week ngizobona mna. So if there's some uthi wenzeni kuqala before.
She owns the production that was shooting Queen
Yeah,
Mujaji.
Queen Muchachi.
So it's a production thing. It's not an
She
actress.
owns the production, or she was leading the casting
Yeah,
department.
casting.
Oh,
She
yeah,
was
yeah.
a
She
She was
casting
working
director.
for the production
Working for the
company.
production
Working
company.
in the casting area.
Yeah.
And she was diverting funds that were meant for the cast,
agencies, yes,
actors,
yes.
and the extras.
Yeah.
Yo, and I mean
Into her
actress.
own accounts.
Extra income.
Yeah.
No. Andisamingakuye ngoku. Ndimangakuye. Singenamali nje sifaka amakhadi Capitec ngabantu abafana naye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Andisekho ngakuye.
Because she was granted 5,000 rand bail, so she's out on bail. Like on the
So it's a
23rd of
developing
May.
story.
Yeah, it was a developing story. So
But that's
currently,
fraud, man. That's
yeah,
gotta be
that's
fraud.
just
Yeah, that's
straight up
fraud, man. That's
Yeah.
like straight up fraud.
Yeah.
You're stealing money. And also, bro, you've heard of stories of people enter the game and they're extras or they're acting and the money's not even that good. You know, you borrow money, say you go into a scandal and then you expect monies and they
Yes,
don't
exactly.
come.
Because in her defense, she was trying
Meanwhile,
to.
Ungenza example ngescandals nisi production. Ungenza ngale.
oh, my bad. I forgot. What the scandal?
Kumnandi pha.
Yeah, on whatever shows, man. I think that's...
Well, Queen Mochachi in this case, yeah.
You know, there's certain crimes, man, where sometimes if you're stealing from, people that also need the money, it's like, come on. And then sometimes if you're stealing from a pot of billions and, you're like, okay, no one was going to notice it's missing. But yeah, eventually someone was going to notice that, people are not getting paid because that's money meant for people on the ground. So, hey, nah, man, it's
Do you
horrible.
think she did that personally or she was given orders by someone from a higher power?
I'd be speculating. man.
Nah, she's even saying she didn't know in her defense, like she did not know.
That's her
and was trying
defense.
to, okay, maybe make an arrangement to pay back. But obviously that was...
Yeah, so if she didn't know, why did she propose an arrangement, a payment arrangement
Yeah,
over
because
time?
that was declined, yeah.
Because, hey, man, if they said, so you've stolen 5 million rands, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't know, why then would I go and say, hold on, but let's talk?
Yeah. Yes. So she knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah.
That's a defense. Obviously, a defense, I don't know what it's going to be.
And the
but
thing is, she
why are
was
you trying
even
to arrange?
like the money, she was actually sending it to other company, her personal company. So you can see someone that had nothing to do with the agencies that she was meant to pay. You understand? It's not like she paid them but made other like conversations on the side so that the money comes back to her. She literally opened companies that then she was sending that money to.
Nah, bro, there's no way she did this alone, bro.
No, of course.
There's no way, man.
You could have
Yeah,
whether
like,
it's
how
a
do you do that
spouse
alone?
or a friend or friends
And
or
also the thing is-
family.
There's some theft where you like, bro, there's always like paper trail. Like, you know, there's
Guys,
always like,
incinci le mali. Mna, I will never steal imali encinci kangaka, guys. How much is it?
700,000.
You are incinci, guys.
Just
no.
under $1 million.
She must steal more so that at least no buyabanjwa athi yeah.
But then it just shows that how much then this production to do this was, well, she was
No,
getting.
that wasn't the whole budget.
Yeah, it wasn't the whole budget.
that
Yeah,
couldn't
let's
have
yeah.
Oh,
This was just money to pay the agencies that she was taking.
the
yeah.
casting agencies.
Yeah, the
that
casting
then would
agencies.
wait. That then would pay the actors.
Yeah.
Or extras.
Or extras. Yeah, because they get them from all these casting agencies. Nah, man. Like there's some theft where it's like, bro, you know you're gonna get caught eventually. You know, it's not like you're stealing from a multinational that's got billions and you're stealing like 1 million or 500,000. It's like literally somebody's gonna come knocking and say, yo, there hasn't been any money being paid and we need to pay these people because they start to complain not showing up for work. And that doesn't even take 3-4 months. So I just don't get it.
What other shows did you do? You've done quite a lot, no?
In acting. Yo, a lot. Sestopla.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's a comedy one.
Yeah.
Manga and them,
yeah.
Oh, Mandla.
Yes,
I
yes.
City Tesla.
Yes.
And then when they grew up, they were sis top la.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Ah, he's a great guy, man.
Yeah.
Mandla is doing
I agree.
amazing.
I agree.
Yo, no, he's killing
Yeah,
it, bro.
he's
Shout out, man.
yeah, and I've done Netflix, I've done Mzansi Magic, I've done everything except for I've not done it yet.
But Netflix pays, we've heard.
Okay.
Yo.
Damn.
The net income is not the one. He's like not sure.
I find that hard to believe. When you look at, like, have you seen the trailer for Kings of Joburg? You can see there's money behind that.
Yeah, Netflix, yeah, they seem like.
Ooh, it
hey,
looks like
crazy,
good
man.
production,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, maybe guys, the term pays, it depends, pays who.
Ooh, and does the money go
Yes.
down?
Does it filter
down the
down?
chain line?
Some they pay, but yeah, goes over right.
Have you ever thought about starting your own production company?
Yo, I'm starting to materialize.
No, we understand what you mean,
materialize it. Yeah, I have actually. I
Oh,
have.
nice.
And I've been part of some production company as well, basically with friends. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, but I'm no longer there.
What happened?
No, I'm no longer there.
Someone stole money. Let
No,
me
no,
guess.
there's not even money yet. There's not even money, but I had to step down. It was a long story, actually. We were supposed to sell something to SABC, and I was busy. I was doing something from Mhloboinene at that time.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a small, they gave me like 5 minutes every Friday to
Oh,
share
nice.
some
Like a
jokes.
segment.
Yes. So when there's something that we shot, but we're supposed to sell it to SABC. And then when SABC wanted to buy it, they checked the directors. And then my name came up, and they said, no, this one is our employee. We can't buy it. So I had to resign.
Oh,
Yes.
step away.
Yes. So that they can
Side.
sell. Yes. So that's how yeah.
So they did sell it, but you didn't get compensated.
I'm still waiting. I've not seen it yet on SABC. It's called KHANYISA and Friends. I was busy interviewing all these influencers.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So I'm waiting for it to come, but I don't know what is going on now. Yeah, I
You
did-
sure they haven't
I
received
took
the money and
I don't know. I took one for the team, guys. I don't know. Let me just say I don't know, but I'm hoping one day they're gonna call me.
Yeah.
Say there's the
Okay.
money.
What else you
here's
got,
your
Ghost Lady?
R.I.P. to Presley Shwenewach.
Hey.
hey man, praise the
Bro,
God. That was
you know, I
so
saw him
random.
on Sunday or Monday.
You've seen him a lot, nah?
No, I didn't see him. Yes.
Because you always talk about like seeing him and how he's a big chiller.
Yes,
Yeah, bro.
The last time before this was at a gig. You're right. He was emceeing at a gig, and we just landed.
Whoa, bro.
But I saw him at Daruma with his wife.
With
so
his wife?
Yes.
Oh,
So I didn't say hi to him because I don't want to disturb him. You know, you could tell he was spending time with his wife. But I was sitting this side. He was sitting across there.
Oh, bro.
And at Daruma, bro, like Monday.
Yeah, Mosquitoes, a
Yeah,
restaurant.
Monday, Sunday, somewhere there, bro.
Oh,
Are
man.
you serious?
And then when I heard this, I was like, no ways, bro. Insane.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
shocking, guys.
man, rest in peace, man.
Does anyone know what happened?
I haven't
I heard stories of food poisoning.
Hey.
This is the word on like the street, some murmurs, you know.
So allegedly.
It's allegedly.
Yeah.
It's not like confirmed. But I heard like, that, because people,
That makes sense because he was young, bro.
Yeah, bro, man, yo.
I said.
Cobrizi.
Yeah, well, easy.
Cobrizi.
So now, when that means Cobrizi is done, the show.
There's no season 2.
There's no season 2.
I haven't seen it.
It's
very nice.
It's very nice. Yeah,
Very nice show.
Very nice.
It's a series about. So it's a spin-off.
From the river.
From the river.
Where he plays a character called Cobra.
Cobra, yeah.
Okay.
So on the river it was Cobrizi.
Okay.
And then people liked that character so much they did a spin-off of
Imagine.
Cobrizi.
Oh.
The Cobrizi
And
show.
people are even commenting about the fact that the last episode that aired, he was in the graveyard talking to his father and saying, please save some space for me, I'm coming. Yes, people now, they link it with maybe there's something.
Did you work with him?
No, I've never met him. I would have loved to meet Cobrizi.
Chilled guy, man.
Ne?
Never met him.
Kiatia kokasi. You know?
Never
What a
met him.
talent, Shem.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro.
Hey.
I just like that his comeback story, you know, because after T&C, I know there was a time where he had, like, you know, his career went quiet and stuff. So when I saw him back on TV again, I wasn't watching the show, but I was like, hey, that's the guy
This guy's
from
back, yeah.
T&C. And I know that there was some articles when he had, like, you know, going through things, and then to see him rise again and pass away at such a young age, because 40 is young, man. It's so sad. But
Very.
I like the fact that he got up again. You know, we're
Yeah.
not referencing T&C as like the last
Last thing
piece of
he
work he
did,
did, and
yeah.
then he disappeared into oblivion and passed away.
Yeah, we shot an interview with him. I think it was before your time, ne?
Yeah, it's M Studios. I saw a snippet. It was
No,
way
not M
before my
Studios, but
time.
it's at the river. We shot at the river on set.
Oh, really?
Shots, I was
saw-
with you, ne? Yeah, I
Was
was
it
with
not
Shots.
amped?
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It was at the river.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on set.
Whoa, no, I didn't see
Yeah,
that. Bro.
I was with Shots.
I
Were you
was,
doing
it was
sound?
before my time.
I was doing sound, ne? Yeah, when we were still good, ne?
I'm sure the whole episode.
Oh, really?
Anything that caught your attention this week, Penduka?
Yeah, bro. Remember the guy we spoke to? So there was this case whereby at the Stellenbosch University, where that kid had this white guy in res, Stellenbosch, one of the reses, where the white guy peed.
Oh, yeah.
You remember we spoke to the dad?
Yes.
They lost the case.
No ways.
The court said it's not criminal injuria. Finding somebody in your place of sleep, place of study, in your bedroom, in your essentially private residence, peeing, a white man peeing, and he's just doing it because you're black.
Who we calling now the father?
Yeah, the father who we spoke to before. I think Mkuseli Kaduga. Yeah.
Ntate
What's this
Mkuseli.
boy's name? He's a Dutoy. Dinas Dutoy is the racist guy.
The racist guy.
Eh,
The racist
kunjani
guy, yeah.
kunjani Ntate Mkuseli? Good, man. You live on Podcast and Chill. Saul Penduka's here, Ghost Lady's here, also KHANYISA is here.
Good morning.
Wait, okay, sorry, man. I think we're having technical issues. You're not. We can't hear you clearly. Let me try call you back, okay?
Okay, cool.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
that thing where it's got the bass and whatnot.
Yeah. In the meantime, what's
Does Trump know
Google
about
criminal
this?
injury?
Does Trump know about
That
this?
we are suffering here.
Yeah,
why
from
must
yeah,
know?
there's
Who are
a,
pissing on us.
Genocide.
yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy, bro, yeah?
There you go. That's it sounded higher.
Yo, man,
Do it again. Let's see.
that's nuts, bro. That is.
So it's as if like there's a setting there that you put on that makes the voice. It's like when you're trying to hide someone's voice.
Yeah. When they're calling for ransom, when they've got your child and they're calling you for ransom. It's like, you're over here. We are by Foster Tinder.
Should we try now?
Your child is with us.
Let's
you've
not
done
seem
it
unprofessional. Let me call shots there.
In my Hillbro days.
Let me call. Hey, Pharaoh's calling me. Guys, I just started. Man. Hey.
They want to find out how many cars.
Scott! Scott! No, not yet. I'm at work, bro. I just started. Relax, man. Give me some time, man. Let me ease into this thing, bro. I'll call you back. You live on air now. You live on air, so I'll call you back when I'm
Yo,
done shooting.
Scott.
All right, cheers.
All right.
Is that Scott Mapuma?
Shai Moto.
Okay, let me just call him via the normal phone,
That's
bro.
the owner of our
Yeah.
Pharaoh dealership. Yeah, there seems to be.
Yeah.
What causes that thing? That deep voice.
We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out, but I think this will have to do. Ntatem Kusel,
Yes, sir.
how are you, sir?
I'm very well, man. And you?
Good, man. You live on Podcast and Chill. KHANYISA's here, Ghost Lady's here, Saul is here. We wanted to find out, what do you think about the outcome of the case, man?
It was utter disappointment, and that is all. I'm really disappointed with the outcomes, but then we have to regroup and move on.
The magistrate or the judge, like they said, why does it not constitute criminal injuria? Like, how do they justify the outcome, the ruling?
What is important to them, what they said that, but the lawyers and myself were still going over the judgment. But what was highlighted was that the boy was drunk and the room was dimly lit, so he couldn't have seen whether he was walking into a toilet or into my boy's room. That is the argument. And they said that there was no sufficient evidence to prove that the laptop was damaged in the course of it.
So when you're drunk, you're excused from doing some things, ne?
Apparently so. It justifies.
I can go and rob a bank.
We can rob a bank tomorrow. Yeah, we were drunk.
Yeah, we're not in our right state of mind.
That is what they said in the judgment.
So are you of the belief that there was some foul play with this? Because, we've seen on so many movies where the rich kids...
Most definitely. First, they dragged it on for so long because this is the 4th year now since this thing has happened.
Yeah,
but
it's been a while.
we've only started with the hearing these first couple of months. They thought that dragging it on we would tire along the way, but then we persevered, and yet we'll still continue fighting.
And you have our full support, man.
Yeah.
This is such injustice, man.
Yeah, when you say continue fighting, what's your next step here now legally?
For now, we'll still have to meet up with the lawyers once they've gone over the judgment thoroughly, and then we will announce our next move in the near future. But as soon as possible, so I'll get in touch with you.
No, if you need us, call us, because we are drunk every weekend, so we can come and,
And send us an address. Our bladders are always full from drinking. So
Yeah.
we can pee drunk as well. In Stellenbosch.
Did the family ever try to contact him?
I'll definitely do that, guys.
Yeah, no, we're ready. We're ready to pee on anyone.
That's a good question.
We're ready.
That's a good question.
Just lead us, comrade. Lead us, comrade. We'll be ready. We just
visit that farm in Paarl, because they own a farm in Paarl, and go pee all over the grapes.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck the grapes, man.
Ghost Lady has a question.
I want to know,
Okay, I'm listening.
did the family ever try to contact you on the side to try and maybe...
Did the family ever try contact you on the side to try to resolve it?
Settle out of court, maybe.
No, that was my main... that's what angered me the most, because as a parent, when you hear that your son has done something that is wrong, you reach out to the family to try and
resolve
that is the
the
most
matter.
decent thing to do.
Ubuntu.
Those guys were arrogant from the onset, and they continued thinking that it's one of those things that they can do and will let it slide.
Yeah, because they already knew the outcome. So that's why they were so overly confident.
That is why they were surprised and caught off guard when we fought them during the expulsion, and the boy got expelled from Stellenbosch. That we fought successfully.
No.
It was a criminal case, yes.
Sol, one last question.
When you're saying that the fact that he was drunk played a big role in the eventual judgment, wasn't there a video? And what did the boy say in the video? Because I remember your son asked him, why is he peeing in his room? In the video, what did he say?
He said, that's what you do. That's what you do, boy.
So then so you knew what he was doing as drunk as he was. He was not...
He was lucid. He did everything. Yeah. And another thing, yes, I did mention that they said that the room got only lit once Babalo started filming. And yet he still continued when even though the light was on.
Can you please highlight the judges, the courts, the guys that were involved in this? Because it's in Msunari.
Yeah.
It's in Msunari, this thing.
For now, I don't have the name of the judge or the magistrate or whatever, but it was a big court in Stellenbosch.
Okay, but it is.
Nah, man, we need to ask AfriForum.
Was the judge sober as a judge?
Stellenbosch
Was
great.
the judge sober?
Stellenbosch
As a judge.
wine yards. Yes, the Stellenbosch wine farms.
Okay, Ntate Mkhuseli, thank you so much for taking our call, and we wish you all the best, man. Like we said, honestly, if you need us, we are here.
Thank you, guys. No, I will do take up on that your offer, Santia.
Thank you, man. Cheers.
I will go down making a lot of noise. I will not take.
We'll help you.
Yeah.
We'll help you. Don't
We'll
worry.
help you.
We'll
have
go
a
down
speaker
with
here.
you.
Yeah, we only have the biggest podcast in Africa. It's not much.
Thank you, guys.
Just in Africa. Yo,
Nah, fuck that, man. Hey.
Crazy how AfriForum will never try help this social injustice, right?
Of course, never.
I mean, they're always out there saying they help people, etc. Crazy how AfriForum will never see a
They'll never
racist,
call out their
incident and help a black child, right?
What are you expecting, Penduka? Come on now.
I'm just
You
saying.
know what's going- we
they
know what's
must just
going on.
say what they're about, bro, and be about it.
Why are you
Not
spinning?
claim to be about stuff.
Why don't we have a black
and not be
AfriForum?
about it. Because we don't get together and combine money. That's why, bro. Because I don't know why
we
black
don't
people.
have the money to.
Nah, it's $50. A lot
Just
of
50?
a lot of black people don't have the 50 rands. I agree with you, but a lot of people also have the
Also
50
have the
rands.
50
I mean, the people who contribute to AfriForum, how many of them are there in the greater scheme of things in the country? So by numbers, if we eliminate all the blacks who can't afford $50, $100 in the country, there's still more of us who can afford
Bro, and
$100 a
and
month.
these are the stories we should be fighting.
Yes.
Not some lady who's mad at Farida because she feels offended.
Yes.
Exactly.
These are the things we should say, yo, we've got the best lawyers in the country.
Yes.
Like-
These
like-
are the things that
These are the
matter.
things,
We know
yeah.
there's 50 million rands, 200 million rands sitting to fight the black cause,
yeah.
to help kids through school,
Yes.
to help us
Farida-
build factories.
Can't she just claim that she was drunk?
You're
I'm
right.
sorry, I was drunk.
Yeah, ubejiva.
Oh, she
was
can't. She's
dancing.
Muslim.
Oh, she's Muslim.
She's Muslim. Yo, about yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, yesh.
Yo, Farida.
Ibizoma ecourt le nto.
Yo, yeah, it was.
Ayikho into similar to that in Muslim, like uthi was not okay, like ayikho.
didn't-
Maybe it was.
I know it was halal,
It was,
it was
it was
makruh.
during the month of Ramadan. Just not feeling very hungry.
Yeah, something like
She was feeling a bit nje.
Halal. Halal something.
No.
No, man. Halal is good. Halal means
is
she was perfect, you know?
Yes.
She was in a good state. Halal is good. Yeah, haram is...
Oh.
Yes, and makruh is like cigarettes. And there's some stuff that's like gray area. Makruh,
Gray
that's
area,
what it's
makruh.
Oh, haram is bad.
Yeah, haram
Yeah,
is
haram
bad.
is
Like
bad.
Boko Haram.
Well,
Something like that.
Hey,
yeah.
yeah, actually, hey, angazi Boko Haram, how they got named Boko, because they're Muslim, aren't they? And
Yeah,
they,
yes.
But I mean, they obviously
Yeah.
bad
Bad,
because they
bad.
took the girls. Remember?
Yes.
Anything
just
that
bad.
caught your
They
attention, Kanyisa, this week?
Terrorized.
Actually, it's what you're talking about, the passing of
Crazy.
Yeah, it's not the only one that we lost. We also lost a comedian, Utatu Mabelani. I think they were just about 24 hours apart because I think we lost her on Wednesday. Then, what day is it today?
Today's Wednesday.
Oh, we lost her on Monday, and then yesterday we lost on
Okay.
Thato
Yeah,
who?
Thato Mabelane. She was a
Thato
comedian.
Mabelane.
Yeah, she was based in Cape Town.
What happened to her? Oh, he.
I don't know.
Thato could be.
Still, we don't know actually. But I do know that she was battling with cancer. I don't know if it was cancer because
Cancer.
someone inboxed me yesterday saying that she used to have cancer back in the day, but it was treated. So he's not sure if maybe it came back, but we don't know anything. Just that she was one of the good ones.
R.I.P. to her.
Yeah, since we're doing rest in peace, also rest in pease to Mangoba Ntombele. You know him?
No.
You know him? We all know him. Hey, my thought. He's talk fella some guy no amilesi. Mina nyam support
Yeah.
Fill up the table.
Yeah,
Fill up the table.
Yes,
Count the
yes.
empties.
Count the
Yeah.
man.
So he owned a spaza shop in Heidelberg, Ratanda. Remember when there were those killings in Ratanda?
Remember Ratanda, don't touch that dial.
Yeah, at YFM, yeah, man. So he owned a spaza shop and he got shot outside the spaza shop in his bakkie. He went in hiding. So I think last year or 2 years ago, we spoke about the killings that were happening in Ratanda when the locals tried to take over the spaza shop industry within their community. And then they started dying. Started getting killed. One of the foreign members of the spaza shops there suspects that it was a spaza shop related killing. So he owned a spaza shop. He just pulled up outside of his house in his bakkie.
So it's a foreign national.
We don't know who shot him.
Speculating, yeah.
We never know the hitman. You know, the hitmen always just flee. But it may seem to be spaza wars.
Foreign national. Where was
Yeah, if
Mpumelelo
it's
last
Spaza
week?
Wars.
Mpumelelo.
Our sound guy.
Our sound guy.
Does he have a spaza shop?
No,
Yes, he does.
no.
Yeah.
Did you see that video of that Zimbabwean?
I don't know what is happening. I am lost.
I swear, God.
I'm
Rest
lost.
in peace, man. Mango and Tombe.
Speaking about crime.
Did you see that video of the Zimbabwean who was gloating back in Zimbabwe saying that they had murdered someone here in South Africa and was able to run back to Zim?
All happens every day, man. It happens.
Even with this story I'm about to
Is it?
read, actually. Police in Gauteng have launched a manhunt for an African man who used the name John and drives a Volkswagen Polo fitted with a clone number plate that belongs to a Toyota Hilux. The clone number plate is LT57JGGP. The man is wanted in connection with an alleged murder of a 30-year-old female, Olorato Mongale. They went on a date with the alleged killer who picked her up from a residential complex driving a white VW Polo, said National Police spokesperson. During investigations, it emerged that the VW Polo was fitted with fake registration number plates. So, yeah, there's a manhunt for this guy now.
Do we have a picture of him?
No. We should get, ne? Let's try
yeah.
get a picture and put it in post.
Yeah.
Who? The guy who's wanted.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
guy
the guy
was
was
wanted.
wanted.
There's something about polo and attracting women. Polo. There's always bad news about polo. Yeah. There is.
So you don't like guys who drive Polo?
No. I'm just saying there's something about polo and women. That's all.
Poland women.
Polo, that's the car, not the sport. The car. There's something. Let's see the guy. I want to see the guy.
Is it not all
No, there's no
women?
images of him.
There's no images of him.
Of John. Is there an image released? No, just the
there's no
car.
image,
Just
the
like
car.
CCTV footage of the girl getting into his car. And it's crazy because it clearly means it was premeditated.
Where did this happen? Where? Is it here in Gauteng or?
Yeah, in Gauteng.
Gauteng, yeah.
Around, oh man, what are these sites there by, not Bramley, but these sites by about Bryanston. Search, man, it's in the article. Not Bryanston, man. About
So this is the video.
Oh,
Oh, that's a picture. Oh, shame, man.
Orange Grove sides there.
She was a Wits
Sandringham
student.
sides, man.
She was a Wits student.
Eish.
Yeah, it's premeditated. It has to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
no,
he pulled
this
up
was
there with
planned.
fake number plates.
Mm.
So, and it was a first date.
Yeah.
Within 2 hours, bro. That is insane. And the thing is, I see a lot of people trying to somehow pin blame on the girl. Fact is, in relationships and love, firstly, she's old enough to date.
Date, yeah.
Who she dates doesn't really matter. And also, even you, your wife, your girlfriend, at some point, even if let's say it's after like 3 or 4 dates, at some point she has to trust you and be vulnerable with you and go to your house.
Yeah.
She doesn't know who's in your house, who's waiting in your house, what will happen in your house. If you want bums and she says no, she doesn't happen what you're gonna do. She trusts the gentleman that you've presented yourself to be. So you can't blame the girl anyhow.
And no one ever checks the number plate. Is it legit?
Oh, yeah.
Who
No
does that?
one,
Who
no
does
one,
that?
no one.
And you don't have time
We
to
don't
even
even
do
have
that.
the equipment to check.
Oh, it's happy. Like at some point when you date somebody, you're going to be vulnerable, especially as a woman, because more often than not, you get into the guy's car, you end up in his house. You don't know what that psycho's gonna do.
What was your worst date, KHANYISA?
My worst date, I have not had. My worst, I have not had a worst date. I've had good dates.
Wow.
That's all. I can see you want me to elaborate.
Yeah. I'd love to.
I've had good dates. That's all. Moving on.
That's crazy. I don't know, man, if these are related, but I saw another story as well in Katlehong. There was a body of a lady that was found as well. Similar, but she was just dead, shot, and nobody recognizes her from the area. So she's not even from there. You know? And that's why, I mean, whenever, also, like I said, there's a level of trust, that a lady will put onto a guy. That's why sometimes I get surprised, man, when, people just leave with people at night, like at Groove. I'm like, damn. Like, you could never be too sure about a person, but sometimes time sort of reveals, some things about a person. Do they have anger issues? Are they, what kind of person are they? But to vibe with somebody an hour and bounce with them in this climate and these days, hey, it's very dangerous.
Man, stay safe, guys. Stay safe.
Stay safe, guys, please, man.
We love you
Yeah.
guys, man. KHANYISA, what are we busy with? Scandal?
We are busy with my show.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, my show. I've got a show called Teacher Dropout.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's about a teacher. That is me who dropped out because the teacher was not coping. When life becomes too hard in the classroom, and you feel that you have to quit. I have got a tour. I'm in Bloemfontein on the 30th of May, but I have the big one on the 14th of June because it's a live recording. It's at Emperor's Palace.
Can we put it on the network?
You don't have a poster. Someone said they sent you a poster.
No, they didn't send, but we'll put it up in
Oh,
post.
please put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've seen my clips, I've had something that was going viral about my clips from the complete story of me being a teacher and all the challenges of having smart learners who ask you things that you have no answer for. Yeah, so
Oh, so the comedy show is called Teacher Dropout.
teacher dropped out because I'm the teacher that dropped out.
Okay.
But it's a nice show. If you don't come to that show, I don't know what is wrong with you.
Yeah.
It's a nice show. 14th June, Emperor's Palace, Theatre of Marcellus.
Beautiful.
Teacher drop out. I'll be there. I won't drop out from the show, guys. I'll be there right through the show.
Yeah.
But you're gonna enjoy it. Just buy tickets. Tickets at Ticket Pro.
Ticket Pros,
Yes.
Pro.
Beautiful.
Yeah, guys.
Congratulations, you're putting it all together yourself.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well done.
Yes, sort of.
High five.
Sort of.
There must be a balance. If I do this like this, then you must be ready. That's gonna come. But when I choose fan, you don't know about balance.
Oh, wow. Wow. We're balancing a whole trophy.
But don't
Yeah.
worry. I'm also a choose fan.
Hey, did you see those new Chief Dr. Kumalo sweaters or what?
Yeah, those retro ones.
Ah,
yeah.
can you get me that, bro?
Yeah, I think it's a partnership, but I'll try. I think it's a
that shit is fire. That shit is
Yeah,
fire.
inside.
Wait.
Uyakwazi
It's free,
une access pa
Yeah, only access.
usho
card.
mka Bobby
Yeah.
No, not Bob. Oh, no. Not Bob Steak. Not Bob Steak. Yeah.
usho mka bani
Can't claim friends.
Junior.
Got
Nah,
your
not
Okay.
friends, but I'm a friend of the team.
Oh, okay.
Please
I'm a
give me
good
the
friend
Dr.
of the
Kumalo
team.
one. Ne?
I'll try.
Support Andoni yena.
No, he's a chief supporter.
Oh,
yeah, he's a
at
chief
least.
supporter.
Hey, those things are fire. Have you seen
They're
them?
Yeah, they
beautiful.
fly.
They're
They fly.
beautiful.
Those jerseys.
I've seen if the Orlando Pirates one as well.
They fly. They
Ah,
fly. Nah, the Pirates ones
uyifaka
are-
nje ngokweni Paris. How we are called uyifake nje
Yeah,
balance.
Fari Pirates.
Why
Yeah.
have you not seen them? The fire P.
Aye.
Because the Chiefs are everywhere.
Ne.
Yeah, the Chiefs ones are all over the place.
Oh, are they all
Pirates
over
ones-
now?
No, like not like people, but like people post them a lot.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
beautiful, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're affordable.
Yes, look at that.
Hey, Zabiza, they're like
Sass.
2,000.
Are you
2.8.
serious?
2.8, innit?
Wow.
2.5 for my 2.4, my 3 billion. About 400 billion. Man.
Wow, they are
2.5,
beautiful.
yeah, bees are-
Beautiful, man.
Wow.
Ne?
So does this
They
mean?
beautiful. Oscar,
guys-
have you seen him wearing? Hey, Oscar.
So does this mean these guys bought the rights from Kaizer Chiefs?
No, I think they partnered with Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, old school they called. So they even do rugby ones. They start and the old Bafana ones.
That's a lot
so
of money,
obviously
man.
they need rights from Kaizer Chiefs. You can't just use
These are
Kaizer Chiefs.
fire,
It's a
bro.
trademark.
Unless you're
And the
fire.
brand is there. So they Kaizer Chiefs is definitely getting a share
Yeah.
of that thing. Yeah. I've always been curious about your surname. Because Ipunu, I've known it to be a Ipunu. Is it related to that?
No.
Like the origins of your surname?
Ibunu is Zulu, right?
Mm.
Mine is Xhosa, so it doesn't have any meaning in Xhosa.
Amapunu is closer. You don't.
Ibunu.
Oh, Lipulu.
Yes.
Pulu.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So as Hlangan.
It's just Punu.
Hmm?
Punu.
Yeah, but at least you can, when you're talking to Trump, we are not racist. We even have black people who say Ibunu.
Yeah.
I think that should count for something, guys.
Exactly. That's something.
I've never had a white person say name Angu Mdomnyama or something.
Yeah,
It
true,
means
true,
Tina.
true.
Yeah, guys. Next time, net delegation in Fagepa.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for KHANYISA. BUNU!
Whoop, 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 whoop.
We are here, man. Podcast and chill.
Hi guys, iphele msinyane iphelile ngoku.
Hey, awufuna uhamba?
Hi guys, xa indim iba mfutshane kwabanye abantu iyabande. It's fine.
Wow.
How long was that, Spirit?
Hour and a half. That's normal.
Yeah, that's
normal.
normal.
Normally.
Ufuna
When you
uthetha
watch a
ngani?
movie slow.
Ufuna uthetha ngani?
I know
Ted.
When you're
right.
having fun.
Ndi right guys, ndi right. If man a chiller's punch, ndizoba ambassador yayo.
Okay.
We love you long time, Siyabonga, and thank you,
I
KHANYISA.
gotta must balance.
Unokile
I
off
told
lo.
you.
Unokile.
What is over right?
All right, I'm good.
We told people in. I need that. But guys, when we support
to-
everything, at least when we balance, are you calling?
Yeah.
It's more like nepotism. I don't know what you call it.
But
But
you're
Begum
chiefs
Nand. Yes, I am. That's why I'm saying we can't all be chiefs.
The whole country's supposed to choose.
Oh, I saw after that cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you, Gosling?
I'm also Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
Why are you fighting Pirates?
Pirates, yeah, sugar to call
Hey,
the body
good
the
Ah, well,
So
we
much
sell
a lot of
out.
Yeah,
us
the
talk about
Pirates
the
doesn't look
Pirates.
good, Shem.
Yes, I'm a Shem. Like,
The
There-
guy
There's the
who-
Orlando Pirates one. Look at that. It's ugly, man. Fuck it. Look.
No,
It's about
man.
pajama.
It looks good. I pajama.
Nah, it doesn't look good, bro. Let's not lie. man.
Because you
The
just
Pirates-
hate pirates.
No, the thing is they forced to make it black and white. The Chiefs one is green.
And what
so
if-
it's colors that are not because they knew if they're gonna make it orange and gold and black, it wouldn't look dope. So they should have deviated.
No,
from
the Pirates
traditional
one, they
color.
ran out of budget. This is when they started running out of budget.
Yeah, you see, look, I mean,
it looks pirated. Like, why we hate it on pirates?
We are here, man.
Aye.
I thought we were off.
If you've made it this far, we really appreciate you guys. Make sure you support by subscribing, liking, sharing, and don't forget to comment. Kezo.
Ay, imenzeni na ay imenzeni ay imenzeni ay lies.